said I don't know anything about it. Here's a mind-blowing thing. So you know what prime numbers are?
Yes.
Okay. It's an incredibly easy property to define. We know how the number line operates, yet you know that one of the open problems in pure mathematics is basically number theory. It's the purest, most theoretical form of math, which is saying a lot. Pure mathematicians don't have a formula that allows them to generate what is the next prime, right? So usually right now what you do is you have these incredible supercomputers, and through brute force, someone comes out with, we now found the largest prime number ever, but it was done through algorithmic brutish force. So I can see how a quantum computing approach will allow us to, through brute force, calculate much further prime numbers that today we don't have the computational power to do. So I don't know what the application would be, but that would be an example of using the raw computational power of quantum computing to solve these problems.
What I was getting at was we don't have an application for it where it's being used and it's eventually going to be. What I was getting at is that we're looking at this astounding computational ability that's baffling. And what happens when that gets applied to something? This is what my point was. Like, my point is always what happens when that gets applied to sentient AI, when it gets applied to some large language model that's untethered. That's where it's really crazy, because the computing power, like one of the big problems with artificial intelligence is the incredible need for power, right? This is why these, like Google's doing this AI thing where they want to develop 3 nuclear power plants to power their AI.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, this is nuts. So like what happens when this insane thing that we have developed called artificial intelligence meets this other insane thing that we've developed called quantum computing?
So I don't know about that, but what I can say is that any type of problem that requires massive computational power because of the burdensome search, you can use that for. Right. So imagine, although I don't think you need quantum computing for this, but say in medical diagnostics where you use an AI system, why isn't it that why do we even go to a physician and provide him or her with our symptoms when it should be so trivially easy to put that into an AI medical diagnostic system, and it can look up rare cases in 1827 in Zambia that exactly map onto exactly the symptoms, the unique symptoms that I'm facing because I went on a safari in Zambia. No physician, even if he's trained in infectious diseases, has probably seen that case from 1827 Zambia. So I would expect that in problems that require huge computational power to search through huge engines, is where quantum, but I don't know anything else.
Yeah, well, it's going to have applications is the point. And it's right now, it's this insane technology that is so above and beyond anything that's even imaginable. If you had just said that to someone 20 years ago, you're going to have a computer that if you took the whole universe and turned it into a computer, it would die of heat death before this thing could figure it out, and this thing could do it in a couple of minutes. You would go, what are you even saying?
Yeah.
You go, what does the world look like when this thing becomes real? The world looks like we're in some sort of Terminator movie. We're in some sort of space movie, Star Trek type deal. Like, it's not going to be like a normal world, but it is a normal world, and this technology exists.
My wife, just before I came on the show, she called me up and she goes, "Oh, did you see this deep AI stuff with the Chinese?" I said, "Sweetie, I'm about to head off to speak to Joe. Why are you having a deep conversation with me now?" She goes, "Oh, because maybe Joe's going to bring up something about AI and you might want to know about deep AI." So anyway, so let me give her kudos. Do you know anything about this?
I do. I do.
What's going on?
There's a lot going on. And what's bizarre is that China is dumping insane amounts of money. I think the estimation in the